Hey, good morning. This is Mayor Valensky with Driving Markets. Driving while talking about markets. As someone commented yesterday, what we're going to hear that every time now, driving, talking about markets. Well, yeah, that's going to be my logo and my motto. So whoever logs on to Driving Markets will know what we're talking about. Okay, very quickly, this is a media broadcast only. It's not advice, not investor advice, not financial advice. Anything said in this piece is an opinion, and it's my opinion. So let's kick off. So yesterday, the markets were very, very, very mixed. The Nasdaq was down. The Dow was up. The Nasdaq was down over 200 points. At one stage, the Dow was up nearly 300 points. S&P was down. The reason I talk about the US markets, equity markets, because they're the driver in global markets. So it's important to keep a pace and abreast as what's going on there. And then the Dow came off to close up 2 points. And then that's more or less it. A lot of activity, a lot of volatility. Let's go into what was driving markets yesterday. The biggest Nasdaq fallers yesterday were Microsoft and Alphabet. Both of them missed their numbers. Their sales had absolutely crushed. So that had a big impact on the Nasdaq. Then last night after hours, Meta, which is Facebook changed their name to Meta because they want to go into this metaverse. They want to call it the virtual business, the virtual world. So they're moving on from Facebook into the metaverse, the world beyond the regular tangible world. However, they're going to fail. So yesterday, Meta came out with disastrous results, or Facebook came out with disastrous results, and their shares plunged. And if you remember, I've been saying, or if you recall, I've been saying for absolutely months, sell Facebook, it's trash. Not only do I not like Mark Zuckerberg, I don't like Facebook, and I think it's poisoned the minds of all of the young, manipulated, using digital data, stealing data, manipulating facts, selling on your personal information. They probably transgressed every possible confidential rule in the book, and they don't give a damn just to make an extra buck. Remember, Mark Zuckerberg stole the idea of Facebook originally in university, so that's where the whole the foundation of the business is based on theft of data, transfer of data. They've got no scruples, they've got no morals, and they've got no integrity, and that is Facebook. So I just don't like it on a moral basis. I don't like it as a business model either. I think it's actually gonna fail. It's become very, very lazy. It's got no energy behind it. It's lost innovation. It's purely an acquisition company now, looking to acquire other innovative startups, and even that slowed off. If it wasn't for Instagram, Facebook would be bust completely. And now with its competition, TikTok on the other side, it's going to suffer even more as far as corporate earnings are concerned, in a much tighter space to make revenue or advertising revenue. So Facebook Meta has been a sell from the beginning of the year, and it's becoming a bigger sell, just to let you know. After yesterday's disastrous results, whereby the analysts have actually lowered their expectations, and even based on those lower expectations, they still could not achieve what was minimum to be achieved, then get out of Facebook and get out of Meta. Metaverse is going nowhere. It's a complete hollow idea, and it's got no substance to it. So big seller of Facebook. Now, the overall markets are up. The dollar was a bit weaker yesterday, especially against the pound. The pound went up to around about the 116.5 level, the highest it's been in a few weeks, partly because Rishi has moved into number 10 with his billionaire wife. And I do like Rishi. It's an absolute class act. As I said that yesterday, and I'll say it again today. And what's likely to happen, what did happen, is that there was additional dollar weakness globally. So the dollar got weak against the euro, against the Swiss franc, against the Japanese yen, came off to around about 147. Now what's interesting is that with the dollar weakness and the pound strengthening on the back of Rishi, hopefully he's going to run the economy better than Liz Truss, which I expect him to. That gave a bit of strength to the UK pound. So it'll be interesting to see where the pound goes from here. Can it clear cable? Can the pound dollar clear the 120 level? Could do, and I reckon it will. It's going to continue growing in strength. Really, the pound against the dollar, its cable as it's called, should be around about the 135, 140 level, and that hopefully will happen as they cut public expenditure and raise interest rates. Now, talking about interest rates, the yields on the bonds in the US have kept on sliding and they're going further down. Now, that is a lead indicator as to where interest rates are going. So the bond market believes that interest rates in the US are not going to go up any further. What does that mean? They are building in a rate rise in November and a rate rise in December, but what the bond markets say, that's more or less it. There's going to be no further rises in 2023, and I would like to differ. So the yields on the bonds have come down. That's the interest that they're paying on the bonds has come down as expectation of lower interest rates or an end to rising interest rates in the US. Could happen, could not happen. My opinion is it's completely wrong. I think we're going to see yields jump up on US Treasuries to around about the 5% level within the next 3 months. And I think interest rates next year in the States will be 7.5%. Looking interesting at cryptos and Bitcoins. Bitcoin is not struggling. It's actually rising fairly well to the 21,000 level, being pulled up by the rest of the equity markets, which is interesting because remember, Bitcoin cryptos are risk on assets, risk on investment. So considering the equity markets have been rising and the dollar's been falling, so Bitcoin's also been rising with that attitude to let's get in there, let's buy it, looks cheap, etc. Wrong. Bitcoin's going to fall to around about the 15,000 level, and if you've got an opportunity to sell into the rally. Oil also went up yesterday, interestingly enough, because there were concerns about global supplies and the falling dollar. Biden's got his midterms coming up now in November. I'm hoping they're going to be absolutely hammered. I hope that the Republicans will come in, and I put on the record, I hope Donald Trump will be successful in 2024. He knows how to run a country. He knows how to deal with all these dictators and despots around the world. He knows how to deal with the Iranians and with the North Koreans and with the Chinese and with the Russians and with the Taliban. And then they know that he means business, so they're not going to mess around with him. What else we've got to discuss? We've got a few more corporate earnings coming out today and tomorrow, which will be interesting when the market's going. The market looks very toppy at these levels, and I would say sell into it, sell into the rally, because we're still in the bear market and there's nothing changed that's going to push this market up, apart from recently the view that interest rates are not going to move higher. Once that view is washed away, then markets will fall a lot further. I'd like you to subscribe to the channel, share it with friends, spread it around. Let's get it out there successful. Anyone who you think would be interested, send them the link, pass on notes, make comments. This is Mayor Valensky with Driving Markets. Have a great day.